Hello everybody. I'm going to come back and do another bedroom tour so you can see some of the vintage pieces that are not Halloween that are stored in this room. Plus this is a room where I use the closet to store my Christmas Ray done, and there's a cupboard in here where I store quite a bit of the Ray done and seasonal items. This little child's cupboard is one we got at a churchyard sale many years ago. It's got its original paint and those adorable little decals. And this is where a lot of my precious little baby cups are, and other Victorian style. See, that one says for baby, and that one with the floral says for the little shaver. That's like a miniature shaving mug. A P. Buckley moss that came from a yard sale. And I'm going to open this closet and let you see. The top is where I store lots of the Christmas Ray done. Because y'all are always asking, where do I put it? Well, that's both sides of the shelves has Ray done and some other seasonal decor in it. Okay, and now moving to the other end of the room, empty closet doors. Those Halloween bags add a lot of color to the room. Those are our kids' Halloween gifts for when they come in or we get to see them. You have to have somewhere to put them, and I wasn't going to move them out of the way. This cupboard here is another place where a lot of my seasonal decor is stored. This was one of the 2 cupboards that we got off the street for free, and they're wonderful storage. I'll open the door so you can see in one side. I can't open the other side for the bags, but up here there's another one of our little child's pieces. This was actually a piece that was meant to be like a little dining room piece. And I just love things like that. We've collected the pieces like that for years. And I collect baby shoes, of course. Another P. Buckley moss. This room has a lot of the snow scene pictures. So I call this the winter room. That was a card I framed in an old picture frame. And here is a lot of the St. Patty stuff, some Easter stuff, and a few bee pieces. There's a St. Patty piece, and there's some Christmas pieces. But both sides are filled, and this is perfect for that. It's awesome to have this extra storage. This picture came from a craft show. She did it using an old frame, old photographs, and put it on a piece of old quilt. And that's another piece I really love. This old print here is another favorite. I love her fur muff and her hat. Another gorgeous old piece from a yard sale. There's one of Dollar Tree's bottle brush trees in the Hello Pretty mug. And that's a vintage Halloween mask. And this little piece of furniture came from a yard sale too. And ordinarily it houses Halloween pieces for this room. So right now it's got everyday decor that I put in there so that I could have a place to put the Halloween. You can see the cute pillowcases. They go to that sheet set that we got at Marshall's. Got it for 2 of the bedrooms. And there's those wonderful pumpkin pillows that we got at that yard sale. They are super nice. And then up here another wonderful Thomas Kincaid winter scene. Came from a yard sale. And then probably one of my favorite old prints of all times is this one. John had to do a lot of restoration on the frame and the print to get it into the new frame, into the new old frame. But I just love it. It's at the beautiful old church, and they've got the Christmas tree ready to go in that gorgeous frame. And on the bed, since I didn't have a Halloween bedspread for this room, I just took one of the old lace tablecloths that I've had for, I don't know, I probably had this one 10 years, and I just put it on the bed to add the Halloween touch. Then back here, we were lucky enough to actually get a vintage orange suitcase at a yard sale, and it was in mint condition. So I have the witch sitting right here in front of it, and her little apron is just darling. And in the suitcase, I have that cute spooky hand, that wonderful pumpkin, the Raven, Edgar Allan Poe playing card set, and a pumpkin that I forgot to light up, and this wonderful skull necklace that I got at a yard sale many years ago. And then the creeping hand is coming out of the suitcase. This came from Michael's many, many years ago, and I've never seen anything like it, where it's got like the sleeve attached to it. And I put the bracelet and the ring on it, but it had the painted fingernails and everything. And I love using that every year. And you can see a little sneak peek through the trees of one of the cemeteries. And over here on this wonderful bentwood child's chair, there's a bunny that I made out of a vintage quilt and used old lace on it. And I made this heart, and then I put all my vintage poodle dog pins, because we used to have poodles. And there is a vintage ad that we framed in a vintage frame. This mirror came from a yard sale. All the pieces up on top of there came from a yard sale. The two on the right are vintage hat stands, and the one on the right also could hold jewelry. And Dollar Tree scarves hanging there. And got this at a yard sale. This is another favorite yard sale print, the frame. I don't think the frame is antique, but it was perfect for this old print. She's smelling the roses. Just a beautiful piece. And down here, there's another one of our little child's dressers. And I have this awesome hat on it. And there's my collection of vintage hat pins. A spooky candle. A vintage shoe with a black succulent and purple beads. And that's a piece of vintage stained glass. And this is a vintage purse. I meant to put pumpkins in it, but I just didn't get around to it. And they're sitting on this wonderful old chest that John restored that we bought at a sale. This is probably from the 1800s. And inside of it is Christmas pictures and signs that go upstairs. A lot of them. It's not all of them, but it's a good bit of them in there. And the little drawers in this little dresser also has Christmas pieces for this room. Up there is that gorgeous purple hat that I am going to do my best to make sure John models it for you. And another one of the little child's dressers. More of my vintage baby shoes. And this little cupboard also has Christmas stored in it. And those are my sweet daughter when she was young. And this is a beautiful cupboard that my husband picked up. John used to love to go antiquing. If he was working out of town, he would try to stop at different places. And he brought this cupboard home one time. And it's perfect to house many of our collections since it has so many glass shelves. Some of the collections I've shown you, like the pin money, and there's Hummels in there, and some of my little Lori Mitchell figures, and my little vintage ceramic box collection. Some of the baby shoes, and lots of that beautiful old glass that I've shown you. Some of the Hulk, my ladies' head vases, and my California pottery ladies are in there. And these are Joseph originals, and lots of vintage jewelry pieces in there. So I hope you've enjoyed this bedroom tour. I'll keep coming back till I get everything done for you. Enjoy your afternoon. Till the next time. Bye-bye.